Twins here for our Mindset Monday video. So our topic of the week is cheat meals.
Cheating! I'm cheating this weekend.
Like, seriously, what the fuck are you cheating on? Your boyfriend? Your girlfriend? I don't really know. That is the biggest thing for us, and we do not believe in cheat meals. Friends feel that, a cheat meal is an excuse a lot of times. It gives you that out to kind of, eat like an absolute pig and animal and just devour everything in sight, whether you go for the pizza, the wings, ice cream, what else, cookies,
You're eating
donuts,
absolutely everything on your freaking
everything on the menu just because you know it's your cheat day or your cheat meal. I mean, going back to, my funny comment just now is like, what are you getting graded on a test tomorrow and you're gonna cheat? You're cheating on yourself ultimately, and like, why? Like, why you cheat? You're basically cheating on yourself, basically trying to prove to yourself, okay, like, I deserve, this big, huge meal, Is that making you feel better? I mean, ultimately, I'll be honest with you, it's making you feel better inside, I guess, for whatever reason, because you're starving yourself and you're probably miserable.
Yeah, I think it's just that the word cheat has such a negative connotation going back to school, and like cheating is necessarily like a negative and a bad thing. So when you say cheat meal, you're basically depriving yourself of all the positives of what the day could bring. So you're like, I have a cheat meal coming up this weekend. I'm going to just devour everything. I'm going to have the pizza and the ice cream and the wings, kind of Lauren just said. And you're not even really being in tune with what your body's feeling. It's like you're having that cheat meal regardless of what you're feeling, what you're doing. It's like your day or your weekend revolves around a cheat meal, which is a very different mindset compared to where you should be at in regards to a healthy lifestyle that's sustainable for the long haul. Their days revolved around food. Life is not meant to be revolved around food. Yes, when it's like labeled there on your calendar or your planner versus actually being in tune with how you're feeling, what you're doing. Saying, I'm having a breakfast and I feel good for the day. Like, maybe I don't need to have that big cheat meal or save everything up for that. And it's very common with the bodybuilding industry. People, the mainstream that just want to live a healthy lifestyle get too caught up in that word or saying I'm having a cheat day, whereas you really understand what that means, or why are you labeling, good versus bad food, like you're aware of calories in versus calories out, and how you're truly feeling. A lot of times with a cheat meal, you're not really in tune with your hunger cues, your appetite, you're not even letting your hormones settle down. You're just like spiking up the insulin, sugar. Again, there's a lot of different things that go into it, but we're really just explaining here that you don't need to have a cheat day or cheat meal to feel like you're on this plan, this diet plan that's going to have you lose weight. Or maybe you're saying you have a cheat day to kind of look cool and say, yeah, I'm following a diet Monday through Friday and I'm having a cheat day on Saturday, and then Sunday I'm prepping my meals in Tupperware. If that works for you, awesome. Let me know how you're doing in a couple weeks.
I mean, it goes back to like what Aim was saying, is so many times we just have it to have it. And not because we're actually hungry, not because we're even actually necessarily craving it. It's because we made this such a celebration to have a cheat meal. I mean, think about simple things. And think about going to the movies, right? So, go to the movies. I mean, probably 95% of America, if not more than that, the movies is like, okay, movies is really like, for me, the opportunity to get, big, large, buttered popcorn with candy and soda, right? But like, you may even go there and not even be hungry for it. But like, I'm at the movie, so I'm getting some popcorn, some candy, and some soda. You better believe it. I'm going to sit my fat ass down. I'm going to watch this movie, but I'm going to be munching on it. And a lot of times, too, thinking about munching in front of the TV, not to make this a whole different topic, but it's not that mindful eating. You're just eating it to eat. You probably go through the whole thing of popcorn, and again, you're probably maybe hungry for maybe a few bites, right? But the whole popcorn is there while your mind is just tuned into this movie or the show, and you're just eating it just to eat it because it's there. And it's the same sort of thing with the cheat meal, and the same sort of idea that the cheat meal is there, and you decided to go to your favorite restaurant this weekend as your cheat meal. So now that you are there, you want to have all those 3 courses. Baby, this is my cheat meal. I'm having every fucking course. That's what people will probably do.
And cheat day, cheat meal is an in our book.
Triple X, X Factor,
double X.
Well, I was doing a third X.
Maybe this a porn now.
Maybe.
Maybe you're considering going to get McDonald's or fast food, for that cheat meal once per week. So then just say you're going to McDonald's for your cheat meal every single week, once per week. But really, when it comes down to if you actually ate healthy and nutrient-dense foods throughout the week, like Lauren and I, for example, and what we kind of preach to our clients is kind of maintaining that mindfulness with what you're eating. I wouldn't even probably crave McDonald's, and I haven't had McDonald's in probably years, is that you're probably likely won't even crave McDonald's for a couple weeks. But since you have that cheat meal, maybe you just kind of set it in place, set it in stone that McDonald's is your cheat meal once per week. Whereas if it actually follow kind of an 85% eating nutrient-dense foods and 50% of the time allowing yourself an indulgence here and there, not just on that one specific day or one specific meal, but kind of throughout the week, allowing yourself that maybe small piece of dark chocolate, and kind of being in tune with your body and how hungry you are, certain activities you have going on. Again, it's very much customized to you as an individual when it comes to nutrition. I love to saying I need to have McDonald's once a week because it's my cheat meal, whereas if it actually followed maybe a plan that was just healthy living, something that's sustainable for the long haul, because again, are you going to be eating McDonald's once a week for the rest of your life? Probably not. So again, just being aware of those things, and again, that takes practice. Again, I think kind of the cheat meal is kind of a cop-out, to be honest. It allows you to say, I can eat clean and strict for, most of my meals throughout the week, but I know I have that cheat meal. Whereas the other side of it, something that actually does take practice and work to actually live a healthy lifestyle for the long haul, does take work. It takes work, inner work. It takes you to actually, have some mistakes along the way, but actually grow from them. Reflect on, am I actually hungry? Am I actually craving this food? What am I, is it my emotions? Is it my stress? Is it my anxiety? Taking that 5 minutes to just sit with yourself for a second and be like, am I actually even craving this food? Do I even desire this food? A lot of times it goes back to that simple saying of we want what we can't have, right? But who's saying you can't have it? Yourself. I mean, you basically are telling yourself or your coach, if that's your coach telling you can't have certain foods, I'd fucking run away, but that's just me. Well, again, what I was really just kind of saying is that you're too caught up in a meal plan or kind of an external structured, nutrition plan for yourself versus actually being in tune with yourself. You have to be in tune with yourself, and maybe you don't even want that cheat meal because you're feeling good. Because again, a lot of times after a cheat meal or a cheat day, you feel like freaking crap the next day or even later in the day because you're just binging. And again, it still has that binge and diet cycle. You're dieting for the weekend, you're binging on the weekend, you're dieting and you're binging. So being aware of that and we're really honing in on being mindful of the choices you make and really reflecting with yourself, is this something I can sustain for the long haul? Yeah, just to wrap this up, typically, say you have a cheat meal on a weekend, you're already thinking about next weekend, okay, what's my next cheat meal next weekend? And say being shit, you got Monday through Friday to worry about, and if you just, were conscious of how you acted, how you felt, what you ate Monday through Friday, instead of just focusing on that cheat meal for the weekend, you'd be much better off. Focus on that 24 hours you have in front of you. Exactly. Alrighty? X out that negative connotation of having that cheat meal, cheat day, following a program or following a lifestyle that, again, you can sustain for the rest of your life and that you feel good inside and out. So again, if you're feeling good mind and body, don't worry, the aesthetics and the outside will kind of be the result as it is. Alrighty, guys. Have an awesome Monday. Guys. Well, I was having fun with the camera as I